Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Edna Matsuoka. I'll beginning our regular Sunday service today. Please join us in prayer. Thank you for attending in person and on Facebook Live. Mediation Prayer, page 3. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Yami
Konko Daijin sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Yami Konko Daijin Sama, Yami Konko Daijin Sama, Yami Konko Daijin Sama, Yami Konko Daijin Sama.
Purification Prayer. Through the
Through
way of
mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent.
We
Acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and favoritism of past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living, to perfect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you.
Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray. The
The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is the life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenshi Kani no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as a divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, greatest Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity.
Humbly we pray. The
Divine parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenshi, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and the blessing flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Yami Konko Daijin.
By this wondrous revelation,
We are given knowledge of the way through all the hardships of this world, to train the body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust.
for living unaware of divine favor,
We offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
Recitation of Tenchi Akitsuke.
神今後大臣天使神の神一心に願い神は我が心にあり本月今日でため Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day pray. Yami Konko Daijin Tenshi Kami no Kami Isshin ni Nare. Kami wa waga kororo ni ari. Kongetsu konnichi de taname. Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day pray.
Dear Kami Konko Daijin-sama and Tenchi Kami no Kami-sama, we have gathered here at the Konko Mission of Wahiwa for this regular Sunday service in honor and appreciation of your divine workings of the universe. The regular blessings we receive on a daily basis are the greatest blessings we can ask for. Your divine energy exists in all aspects of our lives. You live in us humans, in plants and animals, in fishes and birds. Your divine energy existed since the beginning of time. It can never be created nor destroyed. We are surrounded by your workings that continue to provide for us. So we would like to take this very brief moment of our day to say thank you. This year marks the 81st year since the founding of the church by the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi. Please guide us in her pursuit to continue the legacy of this church. She has sincerely dedicated her life to serving people and serving Kami-sama. We thank her for her spirit, which continues to watch over us. We also give thanks to strong prayers of the sixth spiritual head, Reverend Hiromuchi Konko, who serves at the headquarters currently, and prays for the well-being of all people. We also appreciate the Almighty Church and Honolulu Church, which are our grandparent and parent church, and the ministers, followers, and supporters of this church. Please continue to guide us in our daily life and bless every cell in our body from head to toe. At this time, let us take a moment to reflect upon the many blessings we receive and extend a deep prayer for people who are unaware of their blessings and so may be experiencing hardship and suffering. We pray that the Kami-sama within all of us shine through. We pray that even one more person can realize their divine workings and be saved. Thank you again for all that you do. Silent prayer. Adoration for page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We
Lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The beginning of the Kami Konko Daijin, does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami.
神徳三寺 page 29. 神徳三寺仰ぎ祭れば天高く
仰ぎ祭れば天高くおがみ祭れば地は明日し神の恵みに生かさる海の幸いとありがたき我が生き神の本当に過ぎ人日もかくる時のなく天地の神の御守りとはきかきの隔てなし神に尽くしみはよろずよにあまねくにしてあてしまくかんはからいはくすしくて人の思いぞよばざる我が今月今日やび祭りでひたすらに神の御影をたたえますら神の家を仰ぎますらん
よはいれいよはいれいMitama prayer, page 12. Spirit of those who have gone before us.
You have given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You'll be remembered eternally. Your lives be told from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you entered the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You amass great merit through your faith to take into the world beyond and leave to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami. Help us fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us.
Dear Mitama spirits of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, friends, spirits of the native Hawaiian people, and beloved house pets that have passed. Good morning to all of you. We have gathered here today for our regular Sunday service in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you. We know that you are always watching over us and supporting our well-being and decisions. Even more now that you are in Kama spirit. You are the foundation of our existence, which enables us to be able to enjoy blessings today. If it were not for you, we would not be here. We are here today to honor your divine spirit and to pray for your eternal happiness and peace. Whether through a butterfly, a dream, or gust of wind, letting us know your presence in these many forms, reminds us that your love for us continues. We wish to continue a legacy, an extension of your life, and help pass on your core values. We now take this moment of silence to think about you and your generous love and care for us. Thank you. Silent prayer. Please open your prayer books to page 73 and let us read together the Konko faith, our creed. We believe in Tenchi Kami no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daiji, embraced Kami's revelations, and as divine mediator, answers the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity toward spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Today I want to talk about the benefits of and or the values of inconveniences. Inconveniences. And I was watching NHK World a couple days ago, and it's our favorite show. We always watch it. Our channel is always on NHK World. And we came across a topic that was really interesting, and it was called the benefits or values of inconveniences. You're like, eh? Right? Because in this day and age, we want things to be as convenient as possible, right? We want things right now, right here, stat. And you know, if church can be attended through watching online, hey, I'll take that too, right? No need to wake up early, no need to dress up, you can stay in your pajamas, no need to waste gas, no need to waste money, no need to waste offerings. It saves time and it saves money. And I'm sure a lot of churches, not only Konko Kyo, but a lot of temples too have lost a lot of their regular membership because the pandemic is causing so much fear and causing people to stay home and enjoy church from home. And I don't think it's a bad idea at all. And especially for people who have disabilities, I think it's an excellent idea. But some people may even declare that it doesn't even matter in the first place whether I went to church every Sunday or not. Nothing changed, I'm still alive, I still receive blessings, and not going to church became a plus for me because now they have more time for themselves. Do you believe so? However, the social aspects of our lives have diminished due to not going to places anymore and due to so much conveniences, you know, like self-checkout lines nowadays. We don't even interact with a cashier, you know, we just swipe our card and go beep, 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 and scan everything, and that's it already. Instead of going to the supermarket and be like, oh, hi, how are you doing today? And that social connection is what we're beginning to lose. But I believe there is a virtue in going through these inconveniences because you are putting forth that much energy into your practice of faith. If we get lax in our faith, the blessings reflect, it's going to start to reflect our attitude. We get lazy in our faith, the blessings we receive will begin to get lazy too. Because okage, or blessings, are just merely the shadows cast by your sincerity, the sincerity of your heart. Showing, a mendokusai, cumbersome attitude toward going to church saddens Kami-sama, and Kami-sama doesn't ask people to come out of obligation. Kami-sama just wants your sincerity and appreciation. Do things in haste and mistakes will be made. Leave everything to time is a teaching that you can find in the Gorikai, the Kondo Fujimori, number 28. You know, like convenience foods are highly processed. Food that takes a lot of time to prepare are healthier. When we look at garlic bulbs, they're cumbersome to peel. You know, some of them get stuck on your fingers and it gets kind of irritating. So they already have peeled garlic they sell in a bag at the store. And for some people, mincing the garlic is so cumbersome that they already have minced garlic that comes in a nice glass jar. As convenient as it is, the quality goes down. The smell is different compared to freshly minced garlic and the ones that come in a jar. And also the nutritional value, it drops. Think of something you just cannot do in haste. Can you think of something you just cannot do in haste? You just have to take your time. Can you think of something? Can you think of something? Can you think of something? Airplane inspections, or like inspections of like machinery or equipment or medical equipment. You do that quickly, you're gonna mess things up. You're gonna put people's lives in danger. I really pray for the people, the airplane mechanics, for example, that have inspected the airplane that I'm about to ride. And I pray that they did a good job, that they inspected it well, so everybody on the airplane is safe, right? We don't think about that. But the mechanics are very important. And if they do things in haste, it could result in detrimental impact, right? So be diligent, and it's vital to check the machinery, equipment, see if it's working properly, because it's vital for things to last long, and it's vital to ensure the safety of everyone. As for our faith practice, again, if we are not diligent in our relationship with Kami-sama and only ask for help when we are in desperate situations, you will have difficulty receiving divine blessings because you won't realize what true blessings are. If you realize what true blessings are, you'll be able to give thanks every day. And to give thanks every day is practicing faith. So if you are able to do that, then Kami-sama is going to come to your help right away, and you'll be able to see what the blessings are right there. Even if they're right under our noses, if we don't practice faith, we won't even realize that there are blessings. So it's like the aoi, the blue bird. Like the happiness was always there. It had always been there under our noses, but we didn't realize it because of our lack of faith. Again, there's virtue in putting some time into doing inconvenient things. Take, for example, hiking up Diamond Head. Have you all hiked up Diamond Head? Like if you live on Oahu, I'm pretty sure everyone has hiked up Diamond Head at least once. But what if they just made an elevator from the base of the mountain to the peak? How would you like that? You just get up to the top in 15 seconds. They'd be able to look at the view. Is there any value in that? People are like, that don't make any sense. It won't make any sense to build an elevator because it's pointless, right? You spend that time and energy to go up that mountain, your sweat, your tears, and all that fatigue, and finally that beautiful view from the top. That's your reward, and you'll feel it's so valuable because you took that time from the base of the mountain. Versus if you just press a button, the elevator goes straight up the top, and it's going to be beautiful, but the value in it is going to be so diminished. What about marathons? I personally would not pay money to go to a marathon, to get very tired, to get very sweaty, and sore all over, just to win a t-shirt at the end. But I know a lot of people who do because they can feel a sense of accomplishment. And that's totally fine. I think that's amazing. I know people who have the soles of their feet now, become one whole blister after the Honolulu Marathon. And she was in pain for a whole month, but I'm sure she felt a sense of accomplishment because she did it. She crossed the finish line. How about growing your own fruits and vegetables? We have it easy in our era. We have it so easy. And you wouldn't believe how hard it was for our ancestors several hundred years ago when they had to hunt for their food, gather, hunters and gatherers. They didn't have the grocery stores. They had to hunt for their food. They had to forage through the forest for edible berries and fruits. They had it hard. Now try growing your own fruits and vegetables, and you can really appreciate its true value. I planted a carrot. It's still in the ground. It's been over a year. And the diameter of the carrot is only about 1 inch. Now we see carrots in the store who the diameter of the carrot is almost 2 inches. It's humongous. I don't know how much time it took or how much energy. But if I were to take that carrot, it's so valuable to me because it took so much time and care and thought that I wouldn't even want to sell it. And how about flower seeds? I planted flower seeds in the yard with the cosmos. In May, and now they're beginning to flower. I can buy a bouquet of flowers at the store, clean and simple, right? But the satisfaction of growing your own from the seed is priceless. With encountering inconvenience, we can appreciate its value. Now, who uses a thick phone book these days? Do you even touch that? I mean, they still deliver it to the houses. I'm surprised that this day and age they still deliver those thick phone books. But probably a lot of people just toss it into their recycle bin or throw it away. But you never know what kind of businesses you'll stumble upon when you flip through those pages. And you'll discover some things that you'll never have known if you didn't do that. In the NHK World Program, there was a man named Mr. Kawakami who purposely led a life of inconvenience for 20 years. Purposely, no. For example, he uses a degrading navigational system. He uses a dictionary, the regular paper dictionary. So anyway, this degrading navigational system is basically a GPS. Now in this day and age, we rely on our GPS so much. For me, if I don't have my GPS, I will get lost. So this degrading navigational system is basically a GPS system that erases the road you have once traveled on. Like for example, to get from here to Honolulu Church, And if I use my GPS, that same route will not be shown ever again. I'll have to choose another route. And then if that one is traveled on, it will erase that route and it will choose another route to get to Honolulu Church. And in that way, you can become familiar with a different uncharted territory. And you'll discover new things. When things are so convenient, you will find little value in it. Inconvenience brings about more of an emotional connection, right? Deliberately inconvenient activities can stimulate the minds of young children as well. Kids nowadays are only accustomed to remote controls or like automatic things, like they think like the toilet flushes on its own already. Some of these kids, and they don't even flush it. They don't even realize that there's a lever. Especially in Japan, where almost all the toilets are automatic. And even the pull cord for the fans and the lights, like people who grew up in like high technology homes who just rely on Alexa to turn it off and on, they were like, what is this? And it stimulates the mind. It's really important to have those kind of analog things. Experiences of minor inconveniences can actually be good for the brain. Through encountering inconveniences, we can learn to solve small problems and big problems. Like the jungle gyms these days are too safe. Have you noticed that? They're so safe you can't even get hurt on it. When we were kids, our childhood was all about cuts and bruises and falls and slips and small accidents. Kids these days are so dramatic when they get a little cut on their finger and they bleed a little bit, they think they're going to die. When people encounter problems, they immediately get discouraged and never return to the same place again, or they move somewhere else, or they change jobs just because they can't handle it anymore. They don't know how to problem solve because everything has been too convenient. People are always trying to achieve perfection and absolute comfort, and anything that disrupts that comfort is eliminated. And relationships as well. Can't even keep a relationship because some little problem, some little argument happened with the boyfriend or girlfriend. They oh, this one's not for me. Oh, this one's not for me because I had an argument. And they cannot handle little things anymore. Fate as well. So instead of being discouraged by inconveniences in our lives, let's learn to appreciate them. Put sincerity in our actions as well. We establish that connection with Kami-sama if you have become distant. You realize the benefits of doing so. My mom always says that Konko is like chewing a little tube of bonito. You know that dried bonito, katsuobushi? Have you ever tried it? It's like resin. You put it in your mouth, there's no flavor, and then you keep it in for about an hour. And the flavors will start to gradually come out, the umami, and you'll be able to appreciate its true value and flavor. And it's going to enhance your life. Just like how katsuobushi enhances dishes with its umami. So let's incorporate that concept into our daily lives and appreciate these inconveniences.
Good morning. Thank you for coming to today's Sunday service. So Edna asked me to talk this morning. I thought today was Sunday service, so I was like, I'm good. Like Edna's got this because her sermons are usually adequate. They're always adequate. So I guess I really don't have anything much to say. I cannot think of too much things to say just because hospital. I work at the hospital, and it's just been really, really, really busy with all the patients that I've been seeing. So I guess I worked in the COVID unit recently. I haven't been on that for quite a while. It's just I haven't been there for a long time. I've been like going to the ICU, mainly ICU. I've been going to the ICU a lot, just because of the amount of like ICU patients, including the ones that get COVID, and they basically die. So I've just been seeing a lot of people actually like die, like they're dying, or you can kind of tell like this one's gonna die. I know I always talk about death and dying and all that. Recently, so like I said, I was working on the COVID unit, and one of the patients said, "Oh, you work so hard. I like you." Like he says, I work hard for them because I care for them, and I don't know if this is gonna be their last like days left on this earth. So I care for every single individual. Like I said, I've said this before, to just treat people good, because they all have a heart of kami within each and every one of them. Everybody has their own opinions. People say it's because they never get vaccine, that's why they got sick. But you never know when you're gonna get sick. You never know like when you might end up in the hospital. So I just do my very best. I tell people to treat everyone with respect. Just do your best. Make like as if you're lying there in the bed, and just to treat them as good as possible. That's pretty much all I have right now within myself. So that one lady that I did take care of, I try to be optimistic. It's hard to be optimistic at times when you know like she's gonna die. Like I have a gut feeling already a lot of times. And you know, when I take care of a lot of the patients, I feel like really sad knowing like who's gonna die, who's gonna live. It's not me that determines it. I try to be as optimistic as I can. Like I know I repeated that just now, but it's really hard to be optimistic. I pray every day before I go to work that I hope I have a good shift. I hope I have a good shift today. But yes, when I take care of them, I just try to pray and hope that they have a good life, and that they will, I don't know how to say this, that they don't suffer long, and that they die peacefully. That's all I can do, just because I see so much people suffering in the hospital. So that's pretty much it. I know this is like last minute. I know Edna asked me to say something, and I said I have nothing to say, just because it's been really tiring at the hospital, and it's hard to kind of stay optimistic all the time when you're like being overwhelmed with the amount of patients, because they're like overflowing. We don't see it. You might not see it in the hospital if you don't work in the hospital, but it's overflowing with just patients, and everybody's getting burnt out and tired and everything. So I just pray for everyone's safety out there. Just be good to each other, and just show consideration for each other, and just stay safe. That's the main thing I want to say, until we get over this whole pandemic thing. Just be safe. Thank you.
Necktie.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for joining today's service. I'm listening to Endo Sensei's speech. I remember I placed one message at Goshinmai. On the surface, Shinjin Shinbo Dok is written by a late Reverend Miyastake when we just came over here 44 years ago. And Shinjin Shinbo Dok. Now I try to appreciate the message. We endured maybe 44 years in Hawaii, and I really appreciate this given message. I really understand the reason why he gave me the message. Shinjin Shinbo. This is a practice faith in endurance and gain virtue through your practice of faith. So, in this given situation, maybe I could have gained some virtue through endurance in that practice of faith. So I really appreciate this message given by Yasaki Sensei. And nowadays, Paralympic Special Olympics is going on over 20 years straight. They display such a splendid, wondrous ability, skill, swimming, and table tennis, and any other tasks. For normal people, it's inconceivable how they can display such a splendid skill. But through their determination, they accept a handicap physically. They do their best, and they can do much more than those average people. It's really amazing. But because of their determination and supporting people and guiding them to achieve their goals. So really amazing. The government is trying to encourage young people to be exposed to this situation, and let young people to attend the games and watching it, because they give them lasting impressions. They can do such a wonderful job, so they can be encouraged in watching those physically handicapped people displaying such a wondrous work. I'm going to introduce one message from Konko-sama. The founder Konko stated, the light that the sun shines upon us is a deep blessing. So too, for the rain that falls, Kami lets all humans live amid divine blessings. People are born into divine blessings, live amid divine blessings, and die amid divine blessings. This is quoted from number 2, Toshimori Shino, number 1. Basically, we live in the blessed nature of heaven and earth, of Kami-samas. And David said he is encountering death, one baby every single day. And we do not. Maybe once in 10 days we encounter death of our child members.
Indeed.
Yeah, here's maybe they encounter death. So maybe we have to accept the death as implicitness. Yeah. This is the only way we can say. So every single day, try to say thank you very much for the blessing we receive. Because of your justice, we're able to keep on living in this world. So this is the message I want to share with you today. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。
いやみ本校大臣天地大の神真に願いおかげや我が心にあり今月その日で神いやみ本校大臣天地大の神真に願いおかげや我が心にあり今月その日で神
3. Page 106. Page 107. Number 106.
107 number 6だね。はい、どうぞ。106. Everything from food to whatever is provided by the parent Kami to sustain people's lives. Therefore, it is disrespectful to complain about or waste it.
107. When I was 42 years old, I made a visit to the hero mine, regarded as an unlucky age. Why don't you leave the door of your house unlocked while you sleep to get rid of your bad luck? You and I will be the only ones in all of Japan who sleep without locking our doors, even though we have locks. Since then, I have slept leaving the door unlocked, but there are no problems because I am receiving divine blessings. When a baby is asleep, the babysitter will keep flies away. Then the baby can sleep well. People sleep in peace at night, while the parent Kami protects people day and night. If you practice faith, you will feel grateful because you will be receiving Kami protection.
Oh, now 108. The following was a conversation between a believer and myself. Konko-sama referring to Kataoka Jiroshio. I want to receive divine blessings for my business since it is slow. Konko Daijin said, the Chinese character for selling is made up of the character for 11 above the character for buying. So a 10% commission on sales is proper. You shouldn't adjust your scale or cheat in your measurements to gain more profit. You should buy and sell with honesty. Be appreciative when a customer comes. Your business will run by receiving divine blessings. However, remember that your faith is its foundation. Practice faith.
109 says, while people are healthy, they pay no attention to kami and believe they should let sleeping dogs lie. But things change once they get sick and cannot be cured by the ability of others, such as doctors, and all their prayers have been in vain. They then come to Konko Daijin with a single heart and ask him to please help. When they are single-hearted, they receive divine blessings, but after they become healthy, they soon forget the blessings. People who have a good memory and are considered smart are apt to forget them even sooner. Kongo Daijin says, above all, you should enrich your faith. Rich soil will be productive without fertilization. If you carefully prepare the soil instead of just thinking about growing a good crop, you will have a good harvest. If you practice faith daily, you will develop a sound mind and body. Therefore, it is important to enrich your faith in your daily life by always remembering the blessings that you received when you were in pain.
110. Until now, people strongly believe that Konjin was a fearful kami who punished people when they did something wrong. However, if they practice faith in Tenchi Kane no Kami as Konko Daijin does, they will have nothing to fear. Konjin will never punish. 2. Konko Daijin said, Kami will bestow blessings upon people who even make the smallest request, even requests for their horses and cows, if the requests are beneficial to those people. Practice faith. Isn't this something to be thankful for?
108. As the number of people receiving divine blessings increased, mountain ascetic priests came to my Uranai in Saizaki village. Claiming that I was possessed, they then vandalized the altar. Some of them complained to the police. I thought to myself, since Konko-sama says this face is the way of Kami and the country, I shouldn't oppose decisions made by the government. I should ask Konko Daijin if I can practice faith for my own sake for a while. So then I went to the Uranai.
Konko Daijin told me, I have also been faced with various difficulties in this faith and have tried doing various things, but nothing seems to work. So just be agreeable no matter who comes and what they say to you. Kami has something in mind. Even though someone soils your face, be patient. Kami will wash your face. We will not receive Kami's blessings if we become a subordinate of others. Think of me as the head of the family, and I will think of you as my younger brother. Or think of me as your parent, and I will think of you as my son. Will you stand or fall with me in this faith? I was both terribly grateful and yet overwhelmed by these words. I couldn't even lift my head to look at Konko Daijin. I will never forget how glad Konko Daijin was when I made up my mind that no matter what happened to me, I will live or die with him.
Receiving blessings by trusting faith through Konko Daijin, we had a baby boy whom we thought we could never have. When I went to the Hiramai to give thanks, I received from Konko Daijin the name Konoshi for my baby. I asked Konko Daijin if I could change the Chinese characters for Konoshi, since the name was written with the Chinese character Kami, which I could not reportedly copy. After receiving Konko Daijin allowance, I changed its real name to Konoshi using different Chinese characters, since we are descendants of Wataoka, Hachiro. All of the successors of the family have role in history, but Konoshi doesn't report this.
おはようございます。Good morning. Thank you for coming. Thank you for attending our online. ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。We're going to sing 4 songs. 新人の栄光、ページ57。よろしくお願いいたします。
with a heart caught up in doubt and worry. I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, still within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. We're down and ready to surrender. When times are hard and it seems so dark, just knowing each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, swinging arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. So please stay healthy. See you next time.
Praise and thanksgiving of the Yeshua, Bhagavad Guru, Gyani Konko Kinchi Hanno Yeshe, Bhagavad Guru, Amen.
joining us today. We hope you have a really wonderful week. Thank you. Take care.